Hi and welcome to Thailand News Today. Thailand's telecom regulator has approved the merging of two key mobile operators in Thailand, True and DTAC. A building in Phuket collapses due to heavy rain, and a gambling addict sergeant steals 160 guns to pay off debts. All of that coming right up in today's show.
Choose your trip to your favorite islands with 5-Star Marine. Go to 5starmarinephuket.com.
In a controversial move, Thailand's telecom regulator has approved the merging of two key mobile operators in Thailand, True and DTAC. A consumer watchdog says the 5-member committee failed to use its authority to protect the public interest by turning the market into a duopoly with reigning operator AIS. After an 11-hour meeting, the 5-member board of the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, or NBTC, voted 3-5 to acknowledge the merger despite fierce opposition from consumer groups, politicians, industry experts, and competitors. The decision will leave Thailand with only two key operators, the merger and AIS, sparking concerns that will undermine market competition and lead to higher prices for consumers. The Thailand Consumers Council, or TCC, a consumer watchdog, expects that the merger would raise mobile tariffs for customers by 240%. The TCC said they are preparing to file a motion with the Central Administrative Court to launch an injunction and emergency investigation to stop the merger in its tracks. The NBTC approved the merger despite a petition against it, which gained over 21,000 signatures. The petition was backed by politicians from the Move Forward Party. Despite fears that the merger will be bad news for consumers, the NBTC insists that it was approved under many conditions, including price ceilings. True and DTAC say the goal of the merger is not to raise prices, but to invest jointly in the country's digital transformation. Under conditions set by the NBTC, the new $7.3 billion company will be required to install a 5G network to cover 75% of Thailand's population within 3 years and 90% within 5 years, said the NBTC. The Secretary General of the TCC advised, if the merger goes through, maybe the law should be reformed to open the market to foreign players. More shelters are to be built for homeless people in Bangkok, and more job opportunities will be made available to them, particularly for those who have recently become homeless, to improve the quality of life and to reduce homelessness, according to Deputy Bangkok Governor Sanon Wangsangboon. The Deputy Governor chaired a meeting of city officials and representatives of non-governmental organizations and relevant agencies yesterday to discuss homelessness in Bangkok and to develop ways to find shelter and jobs for them so they can earn incomes and pursue a normal life. Mr. Sanon said homeless people can be divided into the chronically homeless, the newly homeless people, and those living with psychiatric problems, with the newly homeless constituting the largest group. If jobs can be provided to the newly homeless, he said these people will gain a greater chance of having their own shelter and pursuing a normal life. He said that the first priority, however, is to provide temporary shelters for the homeless. One potential site for the building of another shelter is under the expressway near Maha Puttaram Temple in Bangkok district. This would be in addition to the existing shelters at the foot of the Prapin Klao Bridge, Hua Lamphong Railway Station on Rashidamnon Road, and at Trok Sake, which are jointly operated by various non-profit foundations. The Deputy Governor said that homeless people also need rehabilitation and jobs, adding that certain rules have to be eased to help them find employment. Employment, he said, is means to solve homelessness in the long run, because once they are employed and have incomes, they will have a better chance of improving their lives and may not become homeless again. He admitted, though, that solving the problem is an uphill task and it requires public participation, adding that members of the public should not view homeless people as social burden, but as people who are in need of help instead.
Thinking of investing, but don't know where to start? Ever heard of AAA FX?
What is AAFX?
Good question. Look no further than AAAFX, your choice for trading and investing. Low commissions and spread with fast execution. They're trustworthy and have been offering services since 2008. You can invest using various deposit methods including crypto with negative balance protection and 100% matching deposit bonus. Choose AAAFX and enter the lucrative market of trading. Visit AAAFX.com.
Last night, a building collapsed in Phuket. A two-story building in Phuket collapsed due to heavy rain. Fortunately, tenants left the property a day before the incident, so no injuries were reported. The demolished building, located in Soi Prayun 2 in Talat Yai Sub-District, Mueang District in Phuket, offers 30 rental rooms. Only 8 of the rooms were rented at the time of the building's collapse. One of the tenants revealed to a local media agency that he heard creaking and cracking sounds a couple of times at about 3 p.m. on October 19th. He woke the following morning to discover that the ceiling was cracked and reported to the building owner. The owner advised all tenants to vacate their rooms for their own safety yesterday morning. It was the right decision because the building collapsed on that day at 11:30 p.m. Phuket governor and officers from the Department of Public Works and Town and Country Planning visited the incident scene to investigate the cause of the collapse. Officers reported that the heavy rain caused a landslide on the mountain, which came crashing into the building. Officers made known that they would undertake a thorough investigation into the collapsed building to determine whether it can be repaired or needed to be demolished. Provincial officers found the displaced tenants some temporary accommodation until they find somewhere suitable to live or the building can be repaired. The heavy rain over the past month has caused multiple problems for the people of Phuket. Phuket police yesterday urged residents to stay at home unless they have an emergency. The police also say that Phuket dwellers should avoid going to Patong. Some good news for people who like to party. Officials to seek approval for late closing times in Phuket. Are later closing times finally coming to Phuket? Well, Thailand's Ministry of Tourism and Sports plans to test a 4 a.m. closing time on several tourist hotspots, including Phuket's Walking Street in Patong. The ministry will soon seek approval from the Thai cabinet for the pilot project, Tourism and Sports Minister Pipat Rachakit Prakan announced yesterday. Other hotspots the ministry is testing the 4 a.m. closing time include Khao San Road and Pat Pong Road in Bangkok, Walking Street near Bali High Pier in Pattaya, Ao Nang in Krabi, Got Samui and Got Phangan, and Khao Lak in Phang Nga. Mr. Pipat said that according to research by 3 universities, foreign tourists who visit night venues after midnight would spend 44% more money if the closing time is pushed to 4 a.m. He added that bars in certain tourist areas were already violating legal hours, so the project would make it legal for bars to operate. Mr. Pipat warned that if the government delays the 4 a.m. closing time, Thailand could lose an income opportunity since the tourism high season is approaching. A survey carried out this year on Thailand's tourism hotspots found that tourists spend more money between 1 to 3 a.m. Another strange story. A gambling addict sergeant steals 160 guns to pay off debts. A non-commissioned police officer attached to Phuket District Police in Nonthaburi Province is in custody on theft charges for allegedly selling or pawning more than 100 handguns, which he had allegedly stolen from the district police's storeroom over the past 5 years. The officer, Chawalit Poom Kajon, was arrested in the northeastern province of Nong Khai yesterday as he tried to flee into Laos after an investigation implicated him in the disappearance of the weapons from Phuket Police Station's arms storage facility. He has been flown into Bangkok and was questioned by Police General Surachet Hakpan, Deputy National Police Chief. Mr. Surachet claimed that the suspect admitted to taking 2 to 3 guns at a time from the storeroom and then make false statements to the effect that the weapons were distributed for use by officers at the station. He also allegedly admitted that he had been doing so for the past 5 years and that the handguns were either sold or pawned at pawn shops, which he named, according to the Deputy Police Chief, adding that he has instructed police to recover the weapons in question. Police General Surachet said that the case should serve a lesson for chiefs of police stations who should check their gun inventories regularly. Meanwhile, a bag containing 27 handguns was found in front of the police club yesterday. The guns are initially believed to be part of the stolen haul being returned by their owners for fear of prosecution. And that's a wrap for today's show. For daily updates, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you again next week with more headlines around Thailand. Have a great weekend. สวัสดีค่ะ